2014 was a great year for words, wasn't it, Lee?
Of course it was, Joe. But not just words. 2014 was a great year for words arranged into sentences said by people.
Otherwise known as quotes.
Ooh, quotes.
And this year was jam-packed with numerous memorable quotes that will forever serve as a reminder of the political and social climate of 2014. And boy, was 2014 turbulent. Lee?
Yes, Joe?
If you had to boil 2014 down to 2 words, what would those words be?
Racial tension.
Uh-huh, I completely agree. But don't take our word for it.
No, never take our word for it on anything. Like, seriously, we're just entertainers pretending to be journalists. We have absolutely 0 credentials. I don't have a degree.
That's right, Lee. But you can take Fred Shapiro's word for it. He's the director at Yale Law School's library, and he compiled a list of the top 10 memorable quotes of 2014.
It's got all the classics, like Joe Biden's response to Harvard's student body vice president. Isn't that a bitch? I mean, this vice president thing.
Classic. And who can forget Gwyneth Paltrow's adorable, "We have always conducted our relationship privately, and we hope that as we consciously uncouple and co-parent, we will be able to continue in the same manner."
Who doesn't love Gwyneth Paltrow? And there's the "I would call attention to the parallels of fascist Nazi Germany's war on the 1%, namely its Jews, to the progressive war on the American 1%, namely the rich. I perceive a rising tide of hatred of the successful 1%. That was venture capitalist Tom Perkins' letter to the editor in the Wall Street Journal.
Money, celebrities, Joe Biden. This list's got everything.
Everything.
Including Iowa senatorial candidate Jody Ernst's vivid campaign advertisement political wordplay. I grew up castrating hogs on an Iowa farm, so when I come to Washington, I'll know how to cut pork.
Ouch!
Careful with that wit there, Jody Ernst. It's razor sharp.
Other quotes include Hillary Clinton's "We came out of the White House not only dead broke, but in debt."
And Horrible Human and NBA Clippers owner Donald Sterling's #1 hit dedicated to his mistress V. Stiviano. It bothers me a lot that you want to broadcast that you're associating with black people.
Oh man, what a piece of crap.
Yep, his words coming out of my mouth make me feel like I'm vomiting broken glass. But the NBA isn't the only sport represented on this list. The NFL infiltrates the top 10 with this little ditty from TMZ reporter Adam Glenn, who questioned NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell concerning why the NFL hadn't seen the video of Ray Rice viciously assaulting his then fiancée.
Mr. Commissioner, we found out by one phone call. You guys have a whole legal department. Can you explain that?
There isn't a rug big enough to sweep that kind of mess under, Mr. Goodell, you silly dope. And we can't forget the tragedy of 2014. Protesters across America let their voices and their frustrations ring out in the aftermath of the shooting death of Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri by chanting, "Hands up, don't shoot."
And politics got dirty with the Bridgegate when New Jersey Governor Chris Christie's aide was quoted in the New York Times with "Time for some traffic problems in Fort Lee."
And finally, the #1 quote of the year is the heartbreaking final pleas of Eric Garner, the man who died after police held him in a chokehold. "I can't breathe" is the rallying cry of people who are fed up. "I can't breathe" is everywhere, from the top trending tag on Twitter to shirts worn by NFL and NBA superstars like LeBron James.
So there you go, the top 10 quotes of 2014.
If you want your own copy of the top 10 quotes of 2014, copy them from the Associated Press article, paste them in a Word document, and then print it out. And then send us $59.95. I'm Joe Beretta.
I'm Lee Newton.
Bye-bye.
Bye.